There's some big updates and even more teasers going around regarding Randy Orton's return, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, and much more. Let's start things off with yet again another teaser for what could be the imminent WWE return of Randy Orton. Prior to Roman's return to SmackDown a few weeks back, Rev Theory, the band that performs Randy Orton's theme song, quoted that WWE tweet of Roman's return, and they hinted at the idea of Randy Orton returning to confront Roman Reigns. Now, that didn't end up happening, but Rev Theory has once again dropped another major teaser that's still making fans think that Randy Orton could strike at any time. They took to their Twitter account to tweet that the time is near, along with a graphic that read, "Orton voices." So there hasn't been much actual teasers from WWE themselves or even Randy Orton references on television, but all the teasers so far have been coming from Rev Theory themselves. They keep hinting on Twitter that the time is extremely near for Randy Orton's return. So you pair Rev Theory's hints up with the recent reports that Randy Orton will be allegedly back by Survivor Series, and that has a lot of fans extremely hyped and assuming that Randy Orton's long-awaited return to the company could just be a few weeks away. Similar to what Rev Theory hinted at, fans are assuming that Randy Orton will come for Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, since they were the ones who took him out of action for this entire time within the WWE storyline universe. So we could even potentially see Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns one-on-one for the first time in this specific title reign. Jade Cargill continues to be featured on all three WWE brands, and it seems like we're getting closer and closer to seeing her official debut. The way they've been handling her debut rollout has been extremely interesting and has been building up a lot of hype. They'll show Jade backstage interacting with all these big superstars and other WWE characters, but they have yet to actually bring her out on stage. That's the moment they've been saving and building up to. Well, the October 17th edition of NXT featured another telling hint from Jade Cargill. Just mere seconds before the show was set to go off air, Jade Cargill was seen on a set of monitors pointing to her watch before the screen faded to black. So that cliffhanger teases the fans, thinking that Jade Cargill could be coming to NXT full-time. Her pointing to her watch, obviously being meant to put the NXT women's roster and its champion Becky Lynch on notice that she's coming real soon, and the time of her debut is nearing. This was even teased during their brief interaction on Raw just the night before, where Jade Cargill made it clear to Becky that she wanted the NXT women's title. But Becky Lynch is a very extremely busy champion right now that has promised a lot of superstars title matches, so she told Jade to get in line. And the very next night, we see Jade Cargill closing out the show in that fashion. So it'll be very interesting to keep an eye on. Maybe Becky's title reign is going down the same route that Seth Rollins' title reign is going on. Maybe just like Seth, Becky wants to be a fighting champion that will give anyone that comes up to her a shot for the title. And Becky Lynch may easily get through all these superstars and successfully defend her title against all of them like nothing. And then maybe the time for Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill will finally come around. Becky Lynch will also be so run down from all the recent title matches, and on top of that, she'll quickly find out that Jade Cargill is no easy walk in the park at all, which would lead to Jade probably having the most impactful NXT debut of all time by dethroning Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's title during one of her first few matches in WWE. Talk about an explosive start to an NXT run and a WWE career altogether. It would be a huge deal if those were the debut match plans for Jade Cargill. It definitely appears like they could be hinting at that direction. So we'll have to see if Jade Cargill will keep making some appearances in NXT that hint at that matchup. Carlito recently made his full-time return to WWE at Fastlane. but you may remember that Carlito had another WWE return that he made earlier in the year. He first returned at WWE Backlash in front of his hometown Puerto Rico crowd to save Bad Bunny from the Judgment Day and be an honorary member of the LWO for the night. It was an actual genuine surprise return for the entire WWE universe, and it wasn't leaked beforehand. So it was one of the most memorable returns of the year. And some fans immediately after Backlash ended were all asking if Carlito was back in WWE or if that was a one-night thing. Well, it ended up being a one-night thing only at the time, but it was reported that WWE signed Carlito just a few short months later after that initial return, and they've been waiting to bring him back to television ever since, and that's what led us to his Fastlane return. But during a recent interview with the Cheap Heat podcast, Carlito revealed that it was actually Bad Bunny and Triple H who came up with the creative pitch for his return and his usage at Backlash. Carlito says that Bad Bunny was a fan of his growing up, and it was him who truly pushed for the idea to have Carlito be a part of this special event in Puerto Rico. And the big rumor ever since Backlash has been that Bad Bunny's business in WWE isn't over at all. So we'll have to see if Carlito and Bad Bunny will link up again down the line. It was also a pretty eventful week for Rhea Ripley. This week marked Rhea Ripley's 200th consecutive day as Women's World Champion. Rhea first won the title way back during Night 1 of WrestleMania 39 back in April, and has been going full speed ahead ever since. The popular rumor ever since the beginning of Rhea's title reign was that it would be a lengthy one that could extend all the way to WrestleMania 40, where she could even end up main eventing Night 1 of WrestleMania. Like we discussed a few days ago, all the other Judgment Day members have all lost their titles, only to gain them back a few days later in every scenario. So would they do the same thing like that to Rhea Ripley? It's possible, but she just passed 200 days as champion, so you might as well just keep that reign going at this point. It was also announced recently that PWI ranked Rhea Ripley as the #1 women's wrestler in the world for 2023. So that's also another massive accomplishment for her career. And even WWE legends all want to work with Rhea Ripley. Tori Wilson was recently asked during a question and answer session about who she would like to still have a match with, and Tori had this to say about her answer, quote, "If I could wrestle anyone today, I'm a little obsessed with Rhea Ripley, but she'd destroy me. But at least that would be fun," end quote. So Rhea has the attention of not only just the fans, but all the legends as well. And there's also rumors of Rhea Ripley playing a key role in WWE's 2024 Elimination Chamber event, since it will be in her home country of Australia. So it seems like many more big things are still on the way for Rhea Ripley. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.